Hey, what's up, everybody? My name's Peter Kenyon Jr. Wanted to make a quick YouTube video concerning how to make a YouTube banner for your YouTube channel. And what I mean by banner is we'll come over here and we'll look. It's just this upper image or text that is at the top of your YouTube channel or whoever's YouTube channel when you go on and check their direct channel out. You can see that I don't have any content posted below. I'm in the beginning building phases of this experimental YouTube channel. I got my picture and now I got my YouTube banner, but I wanted to show you how I went through this process. We're going to be using a free software called Canva. There's probably other software available on the internet. I personally made this this banner of mine with Photoshop, which I'll do another video on later. But I wanted to explore a free version for those of you that did not want to pay for Photoshop, because Photoshop is expensive, and it's a subscription. You got to pay for it every month or for every year. So I wanted to explore a free version for those of you that did not want to pay for it. Okay, so if we go to Canva, let me kind of see if I can get out of this real quick. Let's just start over. Let's go to canva.com. If you're a new member to Canva, if you want to start off by joining for a free account, you can simply just use your email. You can sign up via Google or any other account. I chose to just sign up through Google, and so this is as simple as pushing your Google account option there, and then you get to sign up. And the nice thing about Canva is that they give you a free version of the app, okay, or the software. You can try Pro for 30 days. And then start paying for it, but I have not yet found a need to upgrade the service as of now, because I have things like Photoshop. Okay, what you want to do is go to the search bar at the top here and just search for YouTube banner, and we'll click that here. We have the designs that I have used so far, but let's see if we can find this again. You can also see that there's a bunch of templates here, some that look really cool and interesting and quite, what's the word that I'm looking for? Fancy. I'm not really looking for a fancy setup right now, so what we'll do is actually go to one that is available and free. If you notice here, if you go down to one of these templates and hover over it, you'll notice that there's this little crown here that says Pro. These are reserved for people that are paying for the Canva Pro service, so you won't be able to use that in the free account that you are just signed up for. But it seems like a lot of these are available for people to use. Here's some Pro one. Here's one that you can use. Here's a Pro one. This is actually kind of cool, that one right there. I don't know if I want to use that or use that for the example, but let's go see if we show more. Let's try this one right here. This seems simple enough. Okay, so you're going to open up the template, and you're going to go to customize this template. And it's going to bring you to the workstation here. And this one is obviously a very easy banner template. It's really just text that is centered in the middle of the file. It seems as though it has a very faint dual coloring here, where there's this tan space, and then in the middle there's a white rectangle, and in the middle of that white rectangle we obviously have our dark text. Okay, so let's see if we want to let's see what I did. If all we gotta do to change the text is just double click it and just text type whatever it is that you want. What was mine? Mine was the art of living, or as being the art of living, which is a subtle difference in perspective, but we won't go into that right now. So it's really as simple as that, guys, especially if you're using just a simple text banner template from this website, Canva. You can do things like double tap and you can go and increase the size of the text. I recommend actually keeping it smaller and kind of centered in the middle of the banner, and I'll tell you why in a moment when we get to actually uploading it onto the YouTube website. You can also change your text style. For now, I'm just going to leave it as is, but you can change it to any number of one of these nice texts. Maybe we'll change it to one so that we can make a point here, something that's completely different than what we started with. What's this one? All right, we got that. Let's see if there's some spacing options. It seems like there might be. That probably is an upgraded, added feature. If I were to guess, spacing this way. Oh no, we can do it. So this is important. If you can kind of condense your spacing just a little bit and get the text kind of centered here, that would be helpful. And I'll show you why in just a moment. So now that we have this done, again, this is just a simple template, a simple banner. It's nothing complicated. There's no imagery. There's no other file to deal with. There's no crazy, transparency things going on. So we're just going to go to share, and we're going to push download. Okay, and on this download option, you have things that you can change. One of them should be JPEG. You could use a PNG if you wanted to, if you're going to scale it. But JPEG is fine for this application. The size by default is 2560 by 1440. Okay, and if you see these crowns here, these are options that are limited to the Canva Pro account, so you won't be able to change these unless you sign up for Canva Pro, but we don't need that. You can save download settings. It's already checked off. Limiting the file size and the quality, again, are Pro options, so we can't do that right now. And then it's as simple as downloading. Okay, and then once you have it downloaded, it'll pop up as a preview. I exit the preview, and then I go to my website, or my you can say my YouTube channel. You can see here again that there's no content on the channel itself because I am in the middle of building this thing, but you can go to customize channel. It'll bring you to this page where you have the option of changing your picture. I've done that already. You can choose a name for your channel, the handle, which is your @ sign or whatever it is for referencing to YouTube community and all that, and in the description. But we're going to be concerned with changing our banner image. All right, banner image. We're going to go to change, and I'm going to go to recents, and I'm going to pick the most recent one that we just worked on, and I'm going to push upload. And you can see now what I meant about spacing being important and the size of the text being important. If you were to hover over this text that says viewable on all devices, you will see that this is what will be showing on all devices, whether it be a phone, a laptop, an iPad, or a desktop, whatever it may be. This is what will be viewable even using the smallest device. Okay, if you go over to here, viewable on desktop, which usually obviously you're using a bigger monitor, bigger screen, perhaps even more resolution, but that may not be the case with the smaller devices having a phenomenal resolution rate. But a bigger screen, you'll have more real estate, so your banner or what shows will be a little bit more. Viewable on TV, not too many people watch YouTube. I shouldn't say people watch YouTube on TV, but we don't really explore you could say the what do you call it, the actual YouTube channel web pages as much. So I'm not too concerned about that, although it'd be nice to know what it does look like on TV. I'm mostly concerned with viewable on all images. And for the sake of this tutorial and for what we're trying to do, this is perfect. Okay, this is, fitting the space, the thing's centered, you get the message across. If you had to change something, or if you have like a subtitle and you want it to be a little bit spaced out a little differently, perhaps this being the art of living, you want like up here, and you want a subtitle that's down here, you need to explore and experiment with the spacing inside the Canva program itself. Okay, you'll need to move these texts around and kind of place them in places where you think they will end up being correct in the template on the upload on YouTube. There's a little bit of trial and error with that, but it's just a little bit of experimentation that you got to do. I have to do it all the time with Photoshop. I kind of forget how to go about that process sometimes, so I got to remind myself. Anyways, if this is how you're liking it, you can push done. I'm not going to push done because this is not going to be my my banner. I already have my banner set up. So if you push done and go back to the home page here, you'll find that it doesn't necessarily, it will pop up here that you have changed it, but if you go to your actual channel, it may not change immediately. Okay, so you have to give the system a little time for the banner to pop up, the one that you just changed to, and so give it some time. Maybe refresh your website a couple of times, maybe even log off of Safari and come to it again in a few minutes, and you will find that that banner will pop up. So that's a very simple way of making a banner. It's a free way of making a banner. I'm going to do another video on how to make a simple text banner in Photoshop. Again, not everybody wants to pay for a Photoshop subscription. I do, because I'm already a photographer and I have Lightroom as well. But as far as starting a YouTube channel from the ground up using the free resources that we can kind of scrounge together and we have access to, Canva seems like it would fit that need very nicely. Again, this YouTube channel is about the building of the channel itself using the most basic tools to start with. Right now I'm using my iMac Pro, using, let's see, QuickTime Player. If you go up here, you can push new movie recording. That gives it initiates the webcam, so that pops up, and then if you go to new screen recording and start to record, you can start to record what you're doing on your screen, which is a very interesting way of making these videos, especially from the start, because you can have a whole lesson plan of information and education set up in these separate windows. And you can see, like, for next time I'm going to go into Photoshop, but if I want to go to Talking Head real quick again, include that, I can. If I want to go back to the internet and show you some things, or slideshow, or whatever it may be, I can do it very quickly. All right, so I'm editing in the process as I go along, and it's been a fun experiment so far. So if you guys have any questions or comments, please put those down below, and I can attend to them when the time is right. Until then, guys, have a good one. Talk to you soon. Goodbye.